だけた夢が刺さる痛みにあえぎながら光の刃を鬼にして戦い続けるだけ裂かれた傷が流す真っ赤なマグマのような光を刃に今かけて戦い続けるだけきらめく刃に刻む奇跡
Reen?
Laura! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night.
You don't have to apologize, Reen. Truth be told, I was thinking the same thing. Still, this...
Oh, you still want to come in?
There are few things more pleasant than relaxing in a hot spring while gazing up at the wintry sky. That tingle of warmth.
Yeah, I could, but never mind that. It's pretty late and...
Well, I am modestly covered, so although I'd prefer if you didn't look at me quite so pointedly. It's embarrassing for me to be here too, I hope you realize.
True. I wasn't... Anyway, you said you wanted to talk, right? Was it about anything in particular?
Well, I wanted the opportunity to say thank you.
You're thanking me? For what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
Everything, I suppose. I wanted to thank you for coming all the way to Legram to find us. Crow may not be with us.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Besides, it was only because of you.
Well, it's understandable that you'd feel that way. Still, I believe Class 7 is only what it is because you were the one who stood right back up and fought, and it's because of that we were able to make it this far. That's what I feel, and I know so. I'd rather... It took a lot of courage.
I'm sorry. It just finally... I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as... It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't...
I see. In that case, be sure that we've been through so much to...
Don't worry. I won't forget. Now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
Of course.
Oh, I could probably fish here. Not bad. Not bad. Caught one. Not what I had in mind. Not bad.
We have... Okay! Okay, let's get moving!
Not what I had in mind.
Watch out, guys.
Okay! Huh? You didn't see that coming! Now!
I'll back you up.
Let's move. All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me.
My turn! Shatter! Zero sword!
Got you.
Okay. Keep it up, everyone.
Leave it to me!
Here I go.
Okay. Keep it up.
My turn! Now's our chance! Our time is now!
Right.
You got
Leave it to me.
Let's move.
Behold the might of the Archsage School! Radiant Wolf!
My turn. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Great!
did it!
you an upper rank. Here's a little something from the guild. Nice work. You should be proud of yourself.
I thought long and hard about it, and I think we as a class need to find a third way. A path of our own, separate from the ones the reformist and noble factions are taking.
A third way, you say? I do agree. It wouldn't feel quite right for us to directly support either side.
True. We might be military academy students, but we're still students.
Involving ourselves in a civil war isn't something we should take lightly. We might have a divine knight on our side, but we're still going to need to be very careful how we proceed.
Whatever we do, Valimar will certainly be at the center.
No doubt. We've all seen how powerful the Divine Knights are. If we use them right, we can intervene in the war as much as we want.
They're quite literally beings of legend. However, his potential influence on the war is all the more reason why he will need to be used cautiously.
What are we gonna do then? Even if we agree on not siding with either of the factions, I'm pretty sure each of us have different stuff we want to do, and different things that we have to do too.
Yeah, that's true. For my part, I need to rescue Elise and Princess Alphen from the Noble Alliance's clutches. Whether it's alone or with you guys, it's something I'll do.
There's no way you'll be alone for that. We're with you all the way. I'm concerned about Dad too, what with them having him under arrest.
I still can't get in contact with Fiona either. I'm glad I was able to see Dad, but I'm worried about her.
For me, it's a huge relief to see you're all right, Sharon, but Mother's still unaccounted for.
I'm sorry I can't do more to comfort you, my lady.
And I have no idea where Father's been for the past month. I'm certain he must be well, but all the same.
We're all worried about our families, I see. Hopefully, we can find some information on all of them before the fighting gets any more fierce.
I'm certainly not worried about the safety of mine, although suffice it to say, if we choose to intervene...
That goes for Zeno and Leo too. They've been hired by the Noble Alliance, so I'd say it's likely we'll run into them in the future.
Plus, Emma and I still need to talk to Vita to see what exactly she's trying to do. To figure out what's so important to her that she was willing to break a taboo to do it.
That's true.
Whatever you decide to do, you'll have my full support. Just as the warriors of Nord did, I'm determined to fight.
Oh, same! I can back him up, right, Claire?
How could I have my own duties to take care of as part of the Railway Military Police, but I fully intend to support all of you with everything I have.
I'm thinking it's about time I return to helping the guild, actually. But I'll still be in touch with Sarah, so I'm sure I can lend a hand or two anytime you need.
Naturally, I'd be overjoyed to continue.
I'm your instructor, so you're stuck with me to the very end. You're going to need to decide on a more specific course of action. Resolving to find a third way is a start, but
Well, then how about this? Let's figure out right now whether or not we want to keep using Ymir as our base of operations.
Just so we're clear on this, there's a limit to how many people can use the spirit path at any one time. And with as many people as we have now, I'm not sure how useful it's going to be at this point.
And we're limited on how frequently we can use it.
Oh, right.
But we're also just as limited on where we can go otherwise. We haven't exactly been the most subtle group around. Who's to say we could even operate elsewhere?
An astute point. The Noble Alliance will no doubt be even more wary.
In the end, no matter what we decide, we lose.
Indeed. Yet we're short on time, so a decision must be made now.
There's gotta be something that only we can do.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I know it exists. And I'm sure that we'll find it. The best thing we can do now is keep talking things out until we find a way. There's no point in rushing into a decision.
Well, doesn't this look fun? Mind if I join in?
What in the world?
It couldn't be.
Vita!
It's lovely to see you again, Emma. You were finally able to reunite with all of your classmates. The goddess was on your side after all,
Cut the crap, Vita. Have you been listening in all this time?
Where are you?
I'm not far at all. Listen closely now.
That sounds just...
Is that...
It's coming from above us!
Noble Alliance Force's flagship?
What's the Pantagruel doing here?
Damn it! I didn't think she'd tell the rest of their army where we were.
But why now? Why? Because our preparations are finally complete. Vita! Yes, I am here, in the flesh. Good day to you all, Class 7. As nice as it would, I wouldn't want to keep our guest of honor waiting any...
Can't be. Isn't that...
The Azure Knight. Crow.
Long time no see, guys. Sorry for dropping in on you like this, but you ready to have some fun?
Is that really you, Crow?
There's no doubt about it.
See, you damn terrorist.
Come on!
Right! Heed my call! Valimar!
Acknowledged.
I'm not gonna lose this time, because at the end of the day, he's just...
So lend me your power, Valimar!
Very well. Use my power as you see fit.
You've really taken to piloting since your last encounter, haven't you? I was hoping you would, and you didn't let me down. But potential is only that. Potential.
This is bad.
Aren't those the Alliance's allies?
Long time no see, kiddos.
I see the purple lightning has joined your ranks.
Xeno.
Zephyr!
And a few members of Ouroboros, too.
And look, Sammy's here too.
Kindly stop referring to Clown Soleus with that bizarre nickname.
Oh, it's such a...
Oh, it's a pleasure, all right. Time for my...
It's only been 2 days since you first fought them, you know.
This could pose. Why send so many powerful allies here? And all at once?
You've proven to be rather formidable adversaries after all.
Rufus!
I'm pleased to see you all again, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. As for you, dear brother, I was told that you'd run away from home. So, you've finally gathered up the will, even if those choices place you in my line of fire?
Yes, I have.
The Noble Alliance is pulling out...
Reen, we'll take care of everything here. You and Valimar have your own battle to fight.
Are you sure?
We're in for a real brawl out here, but a guy couldn't ask for better opponents.
Leave the battle on the ground to us.
We've no intention of... Wait, Sharon!
I know they're all strong, but still.
Well, what do you say we get started?
Here it comes.
I'm impressed. You managed to hold your own better than I expected you to. It's only been a month or so, but you've really grown as...
Well, it's hard to go through the kinds of things I have without growing from the experience. And now that I've done all that, I'm going to be the one who takes you down!
No, you're not. I said you could hold your own, not that you could win. Remember, there's still a 3-year gap's worth of experience between us. And it's time you realize just how much of an impact that gap has.
That's enough, Crow!
Do they really stand a chance?
Well, they're putting up a good fight so far, but
Yeah, it's not looking good. They're outnumbered for one thing.
Then it's time we lent them our aid.
Agreed. Weapons at the ready, guys.
Always in a rush, aren't you? Stay right where you are. I'll serve as your opponent today.
You will?
Trying to stop us.
I'd rather our intrusion cause as little inconvenience as possible for the people of this village. I'll let you make the first move. It's been quite some time since I last instructed you in fencing music.
Wow.
His guard's perfect.
Stay alert. Rufus is a master of court fencing. We'll need to put all we have into...
I would have it no...
No problem.
Right.
Very well. Now's our chance. Don't let it pass.
Leave it to me!
Okay. Keep it up, everyone.
I'm strong, everyone.
No problem.
I suppose I should say...
No.
I'll handle this. Very well.
It's my turn.
You have my thanks.
I'll handle this. Now's our...
Okay.
I
You have
suppose
my
I should
onward.
thank you.
Shatter!
Okay.
Listen.
I
You have
suppose
my
I should
thanks.
thank. Very well.
Thanks.
Onward!
My turn.
Okay. Keep it up, everyone.
Right.
Pathetic. I'll handle this. Now's our chance. Don't let it pass.
Leave it to me.
My turn. Blade of light!
Okay. Keep it up.
Right.
I
You have
suppose
my
I should
thanks.
thank you. Very well. Know your place.
Okay.
I
You have
suppose
my
I should
thanks.
thank you.
Right.
Leave this. Yeah! They're off guard!
Bam!
Well, I won't deny that was an entertaining diversion, but you do well to intensify your training regimen if you hope to best me.
How is he so strong?
You didn't stand a chance.
He might even be stronger than Sarah.
Are you guys okay?
Hey, you really think you've got time to be worrying about them? You ain't getting out of this one, Reen.
All right, bring it on! It's time to settle this, Crow!
Hope you're ready.
This is bad.
Gotcha!
Hang in there.
Settled enough for you?
Didn't even bother to use that.
He wasn't even trying last time, then what?
Come on. With the way you are now, I don't even need to try. And that ring perfectly illustrates just how massive, but you're gonna need to go through a hell of a lot more if you want to even the odds.
I see the battle here has come to an end.
Oh, hey Vita.
I can't help but feel still. It just goes to show how much faith I have in your skills, my sweet Azure Chevalier.
Funny, I don't recall ever becoming yours. How's everything up top?
I think it's only a matter of time before the battle is decided, but we've caused enough trouble for the people. Finestrum Phantasma window.
My apologies for not coming down to speak with you in person, ladies and gentlemen of Thor's Military Academy. You know who I am, of course, but I am Duke Cayenne.
Duke Cayenne?
So even the big guy himself is here.
I must say, what a curious group we have here. When I saw young Asus and Laura in Legram earlier this year, I could never have imagined this is how we would next meet. Oh, I'm sure your parents must have warned you against wandering off with such disreputable individuals on a number of occasions. But I suppose every child thinks that they alone know what is best for themselves. Duke Alberea was simply livid about what happened, but it can't hurt to learn.
Everywhere that leaves his mouth is condescending.
Did you come all the way here just to tell us that?
Don't be silly, child. Reen Schwarzer. I had this meeting arranged because I wanted to speak with you. Perhaps the method was a touch too garish for something so simple, but do forgive me for not formally requesting an audience.
With me?
With you. Allow me to get right to the point. I wish to invite you, Ashen Chevalier, aboard our flagship.
Wait, why?
I've heard all about your magnificent exploits across the land, and so I thought it would be nice to sit down and have a long, pleasant chat with you about the past.
Are you suggesting?
You want Reen to join the Noble Alliance?
Should you accept my invitation, we will withdraw peacefully from Ymir. Furthermore, I give you my personal assurance that a fine proposition, is it not? Are we interested?
Very well. Allow me to accept your invitation.
Don't be an idiot. This is clearly a trap. They wouldn't come all the way out here and take you into their flagship if it weren't.
I appreciate your concern, but trap or not, this might be a good chance for us, too. I think I'd regret it if I let it pass. Balamar, transport Celine back outside.
Are you certain?
Now hold it right there.
Don't worry about me. The odds were against all, and I'm sure we can do it again, too. So just, Balamar, if you would.
Very well.
But wait!
It seems the time has come for us to part ways once again. But remember this, You're an Alberea. There is power. I want you to prove that the convictions you cling to...
Wait!
Lord Rufus!
Well met, Lord Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to see you again. Allow me to extend my...
Never mind that. And what is a promising young man like yourself?
We're simply going to borrow young Reen for a short while. There's nothing to worry about. I'm a busy man these days, though, so...
We all finally got back together, too. Why?
Sorry, but I'll be back, I promise. So stay safe.
Master Reen! Reen!
So this is what Duke Cayenne looks like from up close. It's hard to believe that I've ended up in the same room as the... Although, I guess we did meet back in Legram before the war broke out.
Reen Schwarzer, truth be told, we don't want this war to drag on any more than you do.
Really?
We only acted as we did, due in part to our dearly departed Chancellor's behavior being far too unreasonable to justify turning a blind eye. He garnered the trust of His Majesty, and in turn misused that trust. He flagrantly disregarded this nation's beloved culture and traditions, treating Erebonia. Surely you too noticed this.
Well, I can't say I disagree. We did hear story after story during our field studies about how aggressive his policies were, about the way he didn't care how many enemies he made as a result, creating terrorist groups like the Imperial Liberation Front.
But as I said, the cause of our nation's ills is now gone. Now, all that remains is to turn back the hands of time just a touch, and the good old days of the key to this bright future lies in putting aside our differences and joining hands.
I'm afraid that yes, you are. Do you honestly believe that people can so easily put aside their differences after all the Alliance has done? You occupied Heimdall, and let's not forget how you're now in league with the enemy. After all that, the Imperial Army would never bow their heads to the
My word! I'm afraid there's been a terrible misunderstanding. The Imperial family is simply under our loving protection. But that does bring me to...
It does?
The Azure Knight is already on our side. That would mean we'd have two of the great knights of Erebonian legend to put into play. Couple them with our Panzer Soldats, and the Imperial Army's armored divisions would cower before us. You may not find us winning the war ideal, but this union benefits everyone more than carrying on until our inevitable victory,
I don't think it's that simple.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldat's units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
Well...
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form. And if that holds true even for mass-produced soldats made with modern technology, it will be all the more true for the divine knights of legend you and Crow possess.
Can't argue with that logic.
I will say it once more, and with his death, all that's left to be, only then will everything be as it should. That includes both your pleasant academy life.
Are you? Whatever you ultimately decide, their safety is guaranteed. I would ask that you promise him this, if nothing else, Your Grace.
But of course, I'm not a monster.
Rufus.
We may stand on opposite sides of this conflict, but I still sit on Thor's board of directors, and in that capacity, I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting. Perhaps I look forward to hearing your answer.
All that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should. That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
It's hard to argue that this war began because the noble faction went too far. But the longer it goes on, the more people are going to suffer. Am I really okay with that? If I join them, I could reduce the number of victims, be friends with Crow again. No, this isn't that simple. Think, Rain, think! I was able to reunite with the others, but Elise and Princess Alphen are still in the Alliance's custody. What's the best thing I can do? This isn't just about me. What do all of us want to do?
Keep racking your brain like that and smoke will start coming out of your ears.
What do you want?
Hey now, no need to give me that look. I figured I was gonna find you busy thinking everything over like your life depended on it. And what do you know? I was right.
How about you mind your own damn business? And don't you have better things to do with your time? I figured the glorious Azure Chevalier would be far too busy.
It's tough being popular. If you joined us, I could get away with doing half the work I am now. So come on, stop freaking out about it so much and make a choice.
This isn't something I can just decide by flipping a coin, Crow. And besides, it'd probably be an easier choice if not for a certain someone. What's that in your hand, anyway?
Grub, of course. Kinda early, but I brought you your lunch. Mind if...
Hamburgers, fries, and onion rings, huh? I was expecting something more fancy like I had last night.
Oh, that kind of food more your thing? Okay then, give me a minute while I go ask the chef to whip something up.
No, this is fine. The burger looks delicious.
Cool. All right, dig in.
This tastes kinda different from a normal burger. Oh, no wonder. It's got whitefish in it.
Yeah, they're called fish burgers. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, the tartar sauce makes for an unusual extra flavoring too. I like this way more than the food I had last night, to be honest.
Well, glad to hear it. Guess it was worth putting my cooking skills to the test after all.
Wait, you made this?
Was my first time cooking in a while, too. Sharon could probably do better, though. But I wanted to give it a shot anyway.
To think, all the time we spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, Crow Armbrust, from the Jirai SEZ.
Oh, yeah. Vita was using some weird thing of hers to let you see what was going on, wasn't she? So I guess you saw what happened there.
Yeah. Jirai was that special economic zone in the Northwest you guys went to during our August field study, too. So you ended up going back to your old hometown then?
Yeah, by pure coincidence. It's changed a lot since I was last there, but it was nostalgic in its own way too.
It's been bugging me for... What could have made you want to... What was it that made you hate Tell me, Crow. I want to know what kind of place Jirai was, and what you were doing before you entered the...
Where's the fun in prying into a guy's past? Save all that talk for your number one in class. Who's the lucky girl anyway? Elisa? Laura? Emma? Fee? And don't tell me it's Milliam, because, you know,
I'm serious. Think of telling me, because until I know...
You're really serious.
Crow?
My past really isn't that big of a deal, you know. It's got nothing on yours, that's for sure. If you find yourself thinking that's all when I'm done, well, I warned you. So, you really want to know?
Yeah. Nothing you say will change my mind. Please, tell me.
All right, you win. Like I said, it's just your run-of-the-mill sob story. Pick up any history textbook and you'll probably find a dozen others just like it. It's the kind of story that's so common no one bothers to remember it. Back in those days, Jirai was known as Jirai City. It was a city-state off the coast of northwest Zemuria that prospered through maritime trade with West Erebonia, Northumbria, and Remiferia. It had a population of around 150,000 people, so it wasn't exactly a big place or anything. Because of that, the surrounding nations left it alone and let us live out until about 20 years ago. That was when the Northumbrian disaster struck, and much of the Principality of Northumbria was turned to salt. And as a result, trade on the northwest shore was reduced to virtually nothing. Day after day, Jirai's prosperity started to fade away. Still, it wasn't all bad. We had our fishing, our historic land. We could make use of those to get trade going again, both to keep our state running and to help out Northumbria. In fact, the one who advocated that approach was the mayor, my grandfather. He was the last mayor Jirai City ever had. He was a stubborn old bastard, but he had this wry sense of humor. I lost my mom and dad early, so he was also my only living relative. He taught me just about everything a guy could know. He was like a mom, dad, and your old master rolled into one, I guess. Anyway, fast forward to 10 years ago. Out of nowhere, we received this proposal from the Ergonomic government. They said they wanted to extend a railway line from Heimdall all the way to Jirai. We relied on the sea for trade before, but there wasn't any reason to believe we couldn't benefit from being connected to Heimdall by rail. The proposal drew overwhelming support from the city's council, and as a result, within a year, the city had all of its old life back and then some. The streets were more bustling than ever. But keep in mind, this was the result of huge amounts of imperial capital flowing into the city. Land and buildings we once treasured were bought up left and right. Something similar supposedly happened in Crossbell too, but unlike there, no opposition existed in Jirai. My grandfather sensed something was off, and he tried what he could to get the situation under control. Then one day, someone blew up the railway line leading to Jirai. Everyone demanded that it be repaired as quickly as possible. Everyone except the imperial government. Instead, they panned our national security arrangements for being insufficient and threatened to withdraw all imperial capital. The city was left in an uproar like we'd never seen. Shares plummeted, and with no one able to ascertain the culprit's identity, chaos reigned. That was when he showed up. Chancellor Gileath Osborne. In his third year as representative of the imperial government, we then received a second proposal.
The restoration of the railway and its future security will be seen to by the Imperial Army. In return for our continued assistance in safekeeping, Jirai will come under the wing of our glorious empire and attain even greater prosperity as a
The timing was too good to be true, really. Realizing this, my grandfather staunchly opposed the idea. He tried everything he could to convince the city's council to reject the offer. Unfortunately, once you taste the sweet fruit of prosperity, it's hard to want to go back. The council, made up of influential merchants and all their greed, jumped at the offer. And tempted by the elimination of customs, together with the tax breaks from being an SEZ, many of the citizens did too. And during all that, they'd conveniently found a suspect behind the railway incident, my grandfather. He loved Jirai more than anyone, and up till then, its people loved him too. And yet, virtually overnight, he found himself facing the wrath of both the city's council and the citizens alike. Left with no choice, he resigned from his position as mayor, and Jirai formally became part of the empire. Both of these things happened on the same exact day. That was 8 years ago. Naturally, everyone knew my grandfather wasn't the one who did it. They knew who was really responsible. They just turned a blind eye to the truth. See? I warned you. Just your run-of-the-mill sob story.
I don't know what to say, What happened to him after that? Your grandfather.
One day, he just up and died. Once he resigned, the whole affair with the railway getting blown up was all but forgotten. He lived comfortably in retirement for about half a year, fell ill, and that was that. He just lost the will to go on. Like I said, he was the only family I had. I mean, I had plenty of friends even then, but I chose to leave it all behind. I wandered the land, doing whatever I had to get by. That was when I met old Cayenne, and with his financial backing, that was the beginning of the Imperial Liberation Front. Gideon, Scarlet. I had also met Vita then. I only knew her as the woman who would often come to see Cayenne. She guided me to a place below the city of Ortis, and there slept the Azure Knight Ordine. One after another, I overcame the same trials you did with your friends, but alone. And once I'd proven myself worthy, Ordine accepted me as his awakener. That was 3 years ago. I was 16. My preparations complete, I concealed my background and enrolled in a military academy near the capital. Everything I did for the sole purpose of taking the Chancellor's head. Come on now, what's with the face? You look sadder about all this than I do.
Yeah, I guess.
I swear. I'm not trying to tell you the Chancellor was evil or anything.
What?
Still, there's no denying that he managed to outwit my grandfather. And he may have lost, but Pops always loved a good gamble. It's thanks to him that I'm pretty good at chess, card games, that kind of stuff. I'd say it's fairly normal for a student to want to avenge his master's defeat.
Maybe.
At the end of the day, there's no denying this country has problems. And I studied those problems, worked out how to use the situation to my advantage, and then won the game with an all-or-nothing gamble. But when you think of how peaceful Jirai is now, I'd say I've got a duty to clear up the mess left behind by my game too. So it's only when that's done that my game is truly over. I don't want whatever your decision is to be. Like Rufus said, you need to think long and hard about what it is you're fighting for. For you, more than anyone else.
Yeah, but Crow...
Anyway, I think I've stuck around here for long enough. You're gonna be treated as a visitor. Well, sort of. It's about time for the higher-ups to head back to Heimdall, so go ahead and pass the time however you want.
However I want? What else can I even do here?
There'll be no guards outside your room, so if you want to try and escape, just keep in mind that some members of Ouroboros and Zephyr are on board too. Not so if you're up for a gamble of your own.
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, one more thing. There's this real cute I think she'd perk right up if she saw you. Just don't go making your girl jealous, okay?
I wonder who he means. He said she's in the guest of honors room. Well, I can't waste much right now. I can make my... I can sense someone inside.
Huh? It's open. Come on in.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
Oh, it's you. You finished talking with C?
His name's Crow, and he's never going to be anything else for me.
Oh, I know his real name, but to us, he's always gonna be C. That's our leader. He might be young, but... Anyway, take a seat. You got a whole lot of questions, I bet.
Does you asking that mean you're willing to answer them?
Depends on the question.
Just out of curiosity, how many members does the Imperial Liberation Front have left? I know the explosion back in the mine was staged, obviously.
Sure was. Anyway, 10, give or take. We lost most of our members as soon as the war started kicking into gear.
Oh. Is that because the group's primary objective had been fulfilled?
Basically, yeah. We all came from different backgrounds, but the one thing we had in common was that we hated that bastard's guts. So after he'd kicked it, most of the guys didn't really have any reason for sticking around. Can't say I blame them for calling it quits.
Crow said that seeing this war through to its end was the last part of his game. Are the members who haven't left sticking around for similar reasons?
Interesting question. Can't speak for the others, but me, I don't really care how this war goes. I mean, I'm a former Jaeger who can hold his own in a fight. I've always lived for war. And teaching those dumbasses in the provincial armies how to pilot soldats is a job worth doing. Even if we disband, I'll find myself something else to do.
I see. I can't defend the assassination of the Chancellor or what you did near Trist, but I'd be happy if you chose to disband at least.
You're a funny kid, being oddly nice to us after all the shit we caused, don't you think?
The cycle of hatred's gone on for long enough. Crimes you've committed will never vanish, but no one wants this war to go on longer than it has to. It's not as though you guys want war, do you?
That's enough of the niceties. You've got time to worry about us. Use it to worry about yourself. Whether you choose to side with the Alliance or go against them, you've got a tough road ahead, whether you like it or not. Make sure to think long and hard before you decide. And if we end up as enemies again, on the battlefield, I mean.
Excuse me.
Think I might have been too harsh on the kid. Still... yeah. He's probably perfect for the job.
He saw right through me. He's not wrong, though. I should be worrying about myself right now. He seemed kind of different, though. Like he'd lost his spark. His sole objective in life seemed to be to get revenge for his old Jaeger Corps killed. Maybe he's just not sure what to do with himself now that he's done just that? I can sense someone inside, and judging by the fact that...
Come on in if you like.
Excuse me.
Hello there, love. I'd heard you came on board yesterday, so I did wonder whether we would run into one another at some point.
Hello, Scarlet. Last time we spoke was a month and a half ago near Trista, I think.
Quite a memorable day for both of us, was. There's no need to stand over there. Come and have a seat. I'll pour us some tea.
You really don't have to. Well, I guess there's no harm in chatting for a bit.
These tea leaves really are wonderful, aren't they? Only the best for the airship of Erebonia's most powerful noble, I suppose.
I have to admit, the fragrance is like no tea I've ever had before. You're right, though. It makes sense if it's something Duke Cayenne personally chose.
Oh? I was under the impression that your family is a part of the nobility, too. Your father is a baron, isn't he?
He might be a noble, but generally barons aren't all that wealthy. We live a relatively modest lifestyle.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have thought it before, but maybe my family was actually more well off than yours.
And Scarlet, I heard she lost her old hometown when he went and built a railway through it.
What kind of family did you come from then?
Oh, they weren't nobles, if that's what you're wondering. They were just relatively wealthy farmers. We were almost local celebrities in a way.
Oh, I see.
You're wondering how someone like me became a terrorist? It's written all over your face.
Well, I can't deny that I'm curious. I heard that you lost your home.
Oh, No, I suppose it must have been V. He never was one to keep quiet about things.
So, I mean...
Some things are best left unsaid, I think. It's not as if knowing would somehow allow...
I suppose.
You're so adorable, Reen. Now I know why C took a liking to you. What do you say? How about you come...
Please. Anyway, it wasn't just made with high quality... Oh, actually, I may as well ask while I have the chance. Where did you learn how to use that weapon of yours anyway?
Oh, that? I suppose it can't hurt to tell you. The holy city of Arteria.
The Arteria?
That's the one. It's called a Templar sword, and it's a traditional weapon in the church. A few years ago, I was studying to be a sister and was trained in how to use it there.
Surely you must be talking about some... You're telling me there are sisters in the Septian Church who use weapons like that?
There are more things in this... Well, it doesn't matter much now.
Oh?
Anyway, that's all I'm telling you for now. I'll give you the full story if you decide to join us. Sound fair? And if you choose not to join, well...
She ended up being a lot friendlier than I expected her to be. I wonder how much of what she was saying about being a sister was true. She seemed to really hate the Chancellor. I wonder what she intends to do.
Good day to you, Reen Schwarzer.
What the? You sure look comfortable.
Ha ha! Why wouldn't I be? I'm as much a guest on this ship as you are. The furnishings are immaculate. And I am of the firm belief... Ah, and speaking of opportunities, don't just stand there. You've been blessed with the rare chance to sit...
I can't believe that's how you describe yourself. Well, what the hell? Well, nothing alcoholic, though. Funny. I didn't realize you'd met Prince Oliver.
Ha! Indeed. There are few even among royals whose palate is so refined as his. Between our shared love of beauty and fundamental difference of opinion on the nature of love, he forever remains an endless source of entertainment.
I suddenly feel very sorry for him. What happened down in Liberl sounds pretty amazing, though. I'd heard there were problems with orbital technology in southern Erebonia at the time, but I had no idea that was why.
Ha ha! That magnificent floating city was quite the sight to behold, let me tell you. It would have changed your view of the world completely.
It really does sound amazing. Wait, why am I sitting here having a friendly discussion with a wanted criminal? He has so many interesting and unusual stories.
Ha ha! A thief there. I was able to steal much. Perhaps I stole your heart as well.
Rest assured that did not happen. Your stories were interesting, though. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know where last I checked he wasn't acting.
Ha ha! I imagined Duke Cayenne would welcome a man like the Prince with open arms into the alliance. To my knowledge, but I digress. I'm afraid not even I know where he is at the moment. However, I'm inclined to believe that wherever he's hiding, the Crimson Wings is there with him.
So the Courageous is missing, although the Duke's got some nerve if he expects Prince Oliver to side with him after he imprisoned the...
But think, these kinds of things are simply what the great nobles of this country have always. The War of the Lion, Emperor... I wonder...
One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's military academy. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country.
I don't think he does. From what I can tell, he intends to try...
Oh?
Sorry, thanks for all the interest...
ha! I will be waiting at the... Naturally, I'm fascinated by... But I'm even more fascinated with that brute...
I doubt it's half as interesting as... Anyway... I wonder...
We got a visitor?
Come on in.
Excuse me.
Figured it was you. Sup?
Have a seat. Bourbon? I suppose not.
Yeah, I really shouldn't. How come you guys are being so friendly, though? I mean, we're on opposing sides and all.
Why wouldn't we be? We're Jaegers. Nothing unusual about us trying to cut some...
Of course. If you would rather...
I shall have to politely decline. For one thing, I don't think I'd stand this...
Hey, now, no... He seems to think pretty highly of you.
At the very least, you'd be able to give us a real fight in your... Not that I'd have any intention of losing even then.
The scary thing is, I'm pretty sure... Well, they're used to taking out...
Oh, ranking 72nd for the year in an academy full of big shot students ain't half bad. Brings a tear to my eye to see our little Fee putting her heart in.
And don't forget, she was the youngest of her classmates, too. The boss was right when he said that she can do anything she puts her mind to.
You got that right. Maybe joining the gardening club will make her a bit more ladylike, too. Oh, who am I kidding?
She's still young. She had...
They really seem to adore her. And yet... If you don't mind me asking, why did you leave Fee behind? After your boss was killed in a battle with his sworn enemy, I mean.
Oh, Fee told you about that. It sounds like you're closer to her than I thought you were.
I trust this is simply me being paranoid. But you haven't tried making any moves on her, have you?
No, of course. I just want to know why you do. She thought of...
Well, we had our reasons. Let's leave it at that. I know you want to know, but you're not the one we should be telling that to.
We'll be sure to tell Fee our reasons in due time. Until then, leave the issue be.
All right. I can accept that. Still, she's our classmate. And we feel that way about her just as strongly as you do, if not more so. I want to be perfectly clear on that.
Fighting words right there.
Still, we'll remember you said that. Returning to the matter at hand. Your
Come on, spit it out.
They really are like two overprotective fathers. I was hoping to get a bit more out of them about what Zephyr is up to. All we did was talk about Fee the whole time. Oh well. At least now I know that the guys in Zephyr really cared about her, so it wasn't a complete waste of time. Given the circumstances, I imagine... Huh? It's empty. Oh. Looking at her lying down like this, maybe 12 or 13. How did a kid like this end up fighting with...
Lord, who's calling?
Is she talking in her sleep?
Situation assessed. Location is a room inside the guest area. 9 hours have passed since initial loss of consciousness.
Guess she's sleeping comfortably. Wait.
Huh? Reen Schwarzer. Unless my memories have been tampered with, I believe that.
Oh, it was. Sorry. If I.
So you're an intruder. Clown Soleus.
No! Whoa! Can we.
No mercy for trespassers. So you claim to have no inappropriate.
Not claim!
But once you walked in, you felt.
No! How many times do I have.
I was making a joke. Had you any intention of harming me, Clown Soleus would have attacked you. That he didn't proves you're innocent.
Oh, right. Then what was all that for? Oh, whatever. I suppose it's my own fault for coming in without permission. Anyway, I've cleared my name.
If that's what you want to do, you didn't come to ask me anything then?
Well, no. Honestly, I do have a lot I'd like to ask you, though. Okay, if you're offering, what are your reasons for helping the Alliance? Why do you have a puppet just like Milliams? Just who are you?
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so. As all information regarding Clown Soleus is confidential, I am unable to answer your second question. And as for the last one, I am unable to fully comprehend the depth of your question.
Oh, forget it. You abducted my sister and the princess, and it's not something I think I can forgive. See you around. Sorry, that was probably... I can't pretend to know anything about your circumstances, but I do know that you didn't abduct... Anyway, with that, maybe we'll have a chance.
The Black Workshop.
What?
That's the name of the place I belong to. It was they who loaned me to the Noble Alliance. Unless you choose to join the Alliance, that is the most I'm able to disclose to you.
The name doesn't ring any... And loaned? I suppose it's none of my... Thanks for telling me. I'll be sure...
I can't see doing... Incidentally, did you have any
No. The Black Workshop? Sounds like stuff worth remembering. I can sense someone inside. What the? Huh?
Oh, it's you. Forgot you were staying here too.
Yeah. What was that? It's gone now anyway.
So what's up? I couldn't give a damn whether you joined the Alliance.
Oh, I did...
Interesting. You mixed...
Could I sit and...
So, what do you want to ask?
When we ran into each other back near Berea, something about being mixed?
Oh, that?
I didn't have the chance to figure out what that meant at the time. But what did you mean?
Don't know if I can even explain that one. It's just something you feel. What we've got mixed into us is obviously different in strength and nature. It's kind of hard to put into words.
I know you're not trying to confuse me on purpose. Huh?
There's no trick to it. I'm not using an ornament, it's not magic, and I'm not using an artifact either. I just will fire to appear, and it does.
So it's just a totally unnatural ability?
Yeah. I guess you could say that. Something that just gives you results, without the processes you'd usually have to go through to obtain them. You've got one too.
Well, true. I don't even know where the power itself is coming from.
It's the same kind of thing. People who can do things like that usually have something mixed into them. Something foreign, unnatural, mixed into their body itself. Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case, though.
Oh.
There, huh? Anyway, I couldn't tell you how, where, or why whatever it is got mixed into you. Sure, you've got more questions, but sorry, I can't answer them.
No, it's okay. You've answered enough already. I feel like I understand myself a little better now.
So, we done?
Yeah, thanks for your time. Oh yeah, so how much of you is unnatural?
Me? All of me.
His circumstances. Guess all I can do is remember what he said. I'm sure one day I'll find out what this power of mine is. One day.
Having to... No, I mustn't complain. Wait!
I remember you. You're with Ouroboros.
Have you no shame? You and that Arseid are only as bad as each other, I swear!
Actually, I just walked through the door normally. I should have probably...
So, now that we're understood, have you come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side after all?
Can you not jump to conclusions? Besides, it's not like you're working with the Alliance because you agree with what they're doing.
Oh, naturally. Lady Clotilde seems to have a purpose of her own. I'm simply cooperating because I was to
Plan? I'm not... Just so we're clear, that lord you keep mentioning isn't Vita Clotilde, is it?
No. She may be an Anguis like her, but my lord is the 7th, not the 2nd. She's the leader of the Stallritter. Gallant yet beautiful, proud yet... She's the strongest knight of all.
Well, you've... So the head of the Stallritter is...
She certainly is, and if you must know, 100 swordsmen of your strength couldn't hope to equal her. No, 1,000, even 10,000.
Okay, I get it. She's strong. Still, if she's a woman who could be described as the strongest knight of all, Laura already noticed the similarity between the...
I see I've got you thinking. Incidentally, I may have already mentioned her title, but she's known as the Steel Maiden.
The Steel Maiden, huh?
And with that, I believe that's enough idle chatter. If you didn't come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side, as such, we should...
Yeah, sorry. Actually, you're not an enforcer like Blue. Is there any reason?
You just... Enforcers are selected by the society's leader. And in order to be selected as one and given a number, that person needs... But just so we're clear, there is...
I didn't say you weren't, but it makes you refreshing...
I'll... Thank you. Now get the hell out of my room!
She chased me out. I'm really curious about the Steel Maiden. Could she really have some... Perhaps even with the woman who helped us. This should be the guest of all. Time to see who...
Yes? Who is it? Please come in.
That sounds like... Excuse me. I had a feeling it was you, but I didn't dare to hope.
It's you! It's really, really you!
Your Highness.
How did you get here? Please don't tell me it is. I don't...
It's really me. I'm so sorry that you had to go through...
You mustn't apologize. Simply being able to see you again is more than I could have hoped for.
You must have been really lonely. I'm here for you now, though, but I'm not going.
So that's what you've been doing all this time?
Yeah, I was happy all of us were able to get back together again. But then yesterday, I ended up being invited onto this ship. That's why I'm here, talking to you.
I do recall thinking things were a little noisier than usual yesterday. Strange as it may. After all, if not for his invitation, we wouldn't have—
Sorry. I wish I could say I'd snuck on board to rescue you or something. Incidentally, I hesitate to ask, but
You want to know where Elise is, right? She's not on this ship, I'm afraid. I can't say for sure, but I believe—
Really?
I'm sure it isn't news to you that my mother, father, and Cedric have been imprisoned somewhere. And apparently, they've chosen Elise to be my family's attendant. So it's likely wherever they've been taken, she's right there with them.
Really? I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or—
I can hardly blame you. I feel like—
But why were you alone imprisoned? Surely there must be—
That was Duke Cayenne's decision. I believe he's using me to suppress potential rebellion in areas occupied by having me address the people—
Forgive me for saying so, but that's—
I don't especially mind doing it, honestly. People all across Erebonia are uneasy about this war.
But at the I know you want to help, but you can't be happy about being used as the Alliance's puppet to deceive them. Plus, you've been forcibly separated from your family, your—
Yes, but— Oh, why even bother? Anyway, I presume you don't intend to actually do—
Well, the longer this war goes on, but even so, and the same goes for the Imperial Army.
I see.
There's so much to think about. You're being used as a puppet, and then Elise is imprisoned somewhere too, being forced—
That wasn't your fault.
Ever since I was taken in by— I've tried to be a brother. I became the person I am today because of them. They've always loved me like they would a real son. You saw that power of mine, didn't you? And what I look like when I use it?
Well,
Back when I was a kid, something just like that. She should have been terrified of me. And that was when I swore, deep within my heart, no matter what happened, no matter what I had to do, I would always protect her. And that's why I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder if now's the time to live up to that promise, even if I have to ignore or outright betray my own personal beliefs in the process.
Reen. As your honorary little sister?
What? Your Highness.
I know Elise far better than you think I do. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say I know her better than you. Reen, she's already told me so. She told me about how that snowy day— She told me how traumatic that moment— And she even told me that, while she hated how she felt, because it meant that your attention, your guilt, and your sense of responsibility were directed toward— And she knew more than anyone how selfish that was. She may have had other reasons for choosing to go to Saint Estrella, but her main reason was that she didn't want you to keep more than anything else. She wanted to free you of your burden. You should know, when you joined, she felt a little jealous and even a little lonely at being left behind. So please, Reen, please don't use Elise to justify not choosing— Because I know for a fact—
How could I have been so blind? All this time I thought I was trying to protect her, and it's been the other way around since the start. And that's not just true for her either. Mom, all my friends at Thor's, They've been supporting me this whole time. I think I finally understand what I've been lacking inside of me all this time. I was so focused on trying to protect others, I never stopped to think about how relationships go both ways. Others try to support me just like I try to support them. How did I not realize before now? I'm sorry. What? Better to realize late than never, I suppose. Because now I finally feel like I'm ready. As long as I keep that fact in mind, I won't lose control again.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. And I've got you to thank for that, so... I think it's time we get... I wouldn't want to keep my classmates waiting any longer than I already have.
A pity, but... Take care of yourself, Ree, no matter what... Why are you...
I said it. There's no way I'm leaving my sister. I will get...
Right! So, do you have...
Valimar, he's chained up there. But if we can... First, though, we need to find a way to get out of this part of the ship without anyone noticing.
Alright then. I never imagined I'd be ready. Elise is going to be so envious.
Anyway. There are a lot of very strong people here, so try to keep your voice down.
Not to worry.
Thought so. It's a vent.
Well, that's convenient. Might it lead to somewhere else on the ship, you think?
Most likely. I can't very well ask a princess.
Nonsense, Reen.
It's going to be all dark.
A little bit of darkness. I had to travel through some fairly narrow underground passages, alright?
No. You'd think a princess would be more mindful.
It's
Maybe
not
it's
dirty
because
at
the
all
ship's
in here.
newly built?
Oh! There's a corner!
We must be past the guest area then.
My, that was intense. It's like I've stepped right into... What is it?
Soldiers are coming this...
It's pretty nervous.
I just wish I could get to see
Oh.
What?
Too late!
Good luck, Green!
Let's move! Burn to ash! Fall!
Right! It's my turn!
Thanks! Let's move! Marcus, activate! Yeah! That's that. Let's keep moving.
Oh. You're strong.
Are you alright?
Yes, let's be going.
Good.
It's my turn.
Here I go. Enemies, here I go.
Right.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Here I go. We'll cut our own path.
Are they mechanical monsters?
They're called archaisms.
I don't suppose escaping through the windows would be an option.
Probably not. We'll have to do this the long way.
Good luck, Green!
Here I go. Second.
Gladly.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Let's move.
There they are! Recover the princess!
Whew.
2 soldiers, stay back.
Right. Good luck, Green!
Let's move. Burn to ash. Fall! Now's our chance. Sorry, everyone.
Good luck!
My turn. Second form. Gale!
It's my turn.
Thanks. We'll cut our own path. I'm shocked how skilled you are with arts.
You are? You're so sweet.
Here I go. We'll cut our own.
Good luck!
Here I go. Let's keep moving.
Oh, look! A staircase!
Hopefully this will lead to the deck. How did you get ahead of us?
I'll freely admit I wasn't actually expecting you to join the Alliance, but not even in my wildest dreams did I imagine you'd try to flee the ship with our...
You're a bold one, I'll give...
I wasn't expecting to run into either of you on the way out either. You guys aren't called the Phantom Thief and Duvalie the Swift.
Trying to praise us won't get us to let you pass.
Ha ha! Princess Alpin is one of this nation's most precious treasures. You surely couldn't have thought that I, the Phantom Thief, would allow you to steal her from us.
I'm not being stolen by anyone. If anything, I was the one who whispered sweet nothings into his ear and tempted him to run away with me.
Oh my! What a passionate young lady you are. Forgive me for being so presumptuous. You've no doubt taken after your brother in more ways than one.
I'd like to believe that I'm not quite the oddball he is. I couldn't agree more with his belief that love is the truest form.
Really now?
They're actually...
I think that's in... You're an enforcer, Blue Blanc. Take your work seriously and behave!
Ha ha! I think the number of enforcers who take things seriously are in the minority, I'm afraid. Still, you're right about us having played around for long enough. I find the many mysteries surrounding you fascinating, but...
You may think yourself a swordsman, but allow me to show you how...
Are you sure you can do this?
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. The gap in skill between us is small enough that I should be able to force our way through.
Oh?
Small? The difference in our strength is like... Then allow me to make you realize your folly and pay for your arrogance.
The one being foolish and arrogant is you.
My.
Green?
I owe me being able to do this to you, Your Highness. You and Elise. Now, everyone who's done anything to aid us in coming this far deserves thanks.
What's happened to him?
Could this be your ogre power?
8 leaves, 1 blade school, intermediate level. I, Green Schwarzer, will be your opponent.
I will enjoy this.
This is his ogre power?
Come, my minions.
Let's move. Arcane Gale!
Have some of me.
Here I go. Burn to ash. Fall! Here I go. Here I go. Arcane Gale!
How can this be happening? What?
Ha ha ha! So you finally conquered your power and made it your own, did you?
Green!
Forgive me, Your Highness.
What for?
Goodness!
Wait just a damn...
Whoa.
I don't know, but I don't think it's worth us chasing after them.
We'll make our way directly to the deck. Are you all right, Your Highness?
Yes! Perfectly! My heart just feels as if it's about...
That doesn't sound very fine.
Come on, is now really the time to be flirting with each other?
You're here too!
You got some real guts, kiddo.
But you ain't getting past us.
Zephyr's guard shall not be easily broke.
Looks like he's picked up a few tricks from our fee.
The targets have broken our line of defense.
I'm sorry about that, Your Highness.
I'm fine, but,
Of course.
Targets in sight. Commencing capture. My suspicions outline.
Can you not make me out to be some kind of pervert all the time, please?
Target lost. I may have underestimated you, Reen Schwarzer, in more ways than one.
I'm so sorry, Your Highness.
I know, but she... How could you read?
Try to... There's the exit.
Don't change the subject! That's the Ashen Knight? Isn't that... Crow?
Huh. So that's how it manifests for you.
You finally mastered that power you got, huh? Still, you're one busy guy, you know that? One minute you're down in the dumps, the next, you've got one of the cutest girls in the country cheering you up.
Well, I can't deny it. She wasn't the only one.
Come on.
Can't say I'm not curious to see what that power of yours can do. But I think you get priority here, right?
Yeah, let me have this one.
Your Highness, if you don't mind.
All right.
This is your first time fighting me without the mask on, I think. With our Divine Knights, I come out on top. But let's see who wins when it's just the two of us.
Sounds good to me. You managed to win against 3 of us at once in the catacombs below Heimdall. It's just you and me now. And this time, I'll be the victor.
Go ahead and try. All right, you ready, Reen?
Gotcha! Let's move. Burn to ash. Fall! Here we go. Gather on my blade. Here we go. Arcus, activate. Yeah. Sit. My turn. Eat this. I won't give up. My turn. Arcade Gale!
Now,
here we go. My turn. Let's move. Let's move.
Too easy.
Here we go. There. Ha! turn. My turn. It's pretty good. Let's move. It's pretty good. My turn. My turn. Here I go. It's pretty good. Let's move. My turn. Let's move. My turn. Here we go. Here we go. Shoulder the cross of your I'm not done yet.
Damn.
That's what I can really do. All right.
You actually did it. I sure wasn't expecting you to beat me one-on-one.
You fought pretty well yourself. It couldn't have been easy to last as long as you did against me like this. Why did this have to happen now?
Guess your luck ran out.
We finally caught up to you.
Well, aren't you?
But I think you may have been slightly too reckless this time.
That wasn't a bad fight. Even if you lost, at least you tried, I guess.
Your Highness, please move away from me.
Hey, don't be too rough with... Look sharp.
The Crimson Wings?
What are you all?
Sorry for the wait, Green.
Yo, we're here to save the day.
You caught us all off guard back in Ymir.
So this time we opted to take the initiative ourselves.
We meet again, severing chains. And I see you brought the purple lightning with you.
She brought more than that. Check out the Icy Maiden and that big shot arts user from the Bracer Guild.
We couldn't ask for a more impressive group. However...
Here it comes again.
Your Lordship!
Uncle Victor!
It's good to see you again, Rain. And it relieves me to see you're none the worse for wear, Your Highness.
Ugh! The Radiant Blade Master is here too?
Huh. You're strong. Very strong.
That's quite the nod, coming from the blazing demon himself. I can see now why you're considered one of the fiercest in Ouroboros, and why some even claim you to be the Steel Maiden's equal.
Well, I know who I'm gonna be fighting.
Don't you go forgetting about us now.
You're all here too?
Are you okay, Reen?
Looks like we've landed in the middle of something pretty crazy.
And not a moment too soon.
You came!
Glad to see you're all right.
You certainly seem to have kept yourself busy, enjoying your scandalous elopement with...
He gave me the... You guys were having that much fun, huh?
And with our princess, Reen?
To think we were so worried about you.
You're not supposed to take it literally.
So this is what you threw me out of Valimar for? Crow, you're here.
It feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
You're looking spiffy, Crow.
I'm hanging in there. Sure wasn't expecting all of you to show up, though. How are we even gonna settle this?
That is the question, isn't it?
I'd roughly estimate both sides to be of equal strength.
Yeah? So we'd probably just end up at a stalemate, huh?
Well, doesn't sound like much fun at all. Let's say we just forego the fighting and have ourselves a party instead.
Ha ha ha! I could never turn down a party!
That sounds simply wonderful.
I'll bring the booze.
No! Can't one of you take this a little more serious? This is getting us nowhere. Look who decided to show up.
Krianos! Vita! Welcome aboard the Pantagruel, Emma. Your overall ability as a witch might still be lacking, but that... I must apologize for the untimely intrusion. As displeased as a few of you might be by the idea, I think it best if we let one another peacefully go our separate ways this time. I'll be the one who bears the brunt of Duke Cayenne's anger.
Vita.
Can't say I understand why we should.
It's not our place to question the orders of our client.
Whatever. Gives me something to look forward to later.
Okay. See ya, Fee.
Next time we meet, it will be as enemies.
Yep, I know. Aww, I was kind of hoping we'd be able to talk some more. I expect we will have multiple opportunities to do so in the near future.
Well, catch you later, Phantom Thief.
Or not. You do know that no one likes your stupid pranks, right?
Tut tut! There's no need to be so harsh. It's a shame we couldn't resume our debate on the nature of beauty this time, my most worthy rival.
I could wax eloquent about beauty till I'm old and gray, but honestly, I think it's about time we settled things between us.
Next time we meet, Radiant Blade Master and his daughter, it will be to battle.
Well, I certainly have no objection to that.
You seem to bear some manner of ill will against my household, but should we be granted the opportunity?
Yes,
Guess that wraps things up for now. You've definitely grown, but you've still got plenty of room for improvement, especially when it comes to piloting Valimar. So unless you're up for another beatdown, I suggest you get to work on fixing that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and just to confirm, you were the one who told Toval where I was, right?
2 days ago,
I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you. Then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were.
Oh, now that you mention it, he does have the same voice as that mystery caller. I did think he sounded familiar. It must have been because I'd heard it during your concert at the festival.
Damn, looks like the jig is up.
You really did that? Oh, Crow. There's no shame in admitting that you care, you know.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting of the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
I can't pretend to know much about this kind of thing.
He's right. Eastern blades like my Tachi are the heart and soul of the 8 leaves, 1 blade style. Alright, I'll take your advice. And when I've got myself one, I'll the Academy, and even you, Crow.
If that's how you want it, I'd like to see you try.
Commence retreat from this airspace.